Oh, hello. How are you? Welcome to KidZone slot. Have you ever been accused of something you didn't do? I know I have, and so have lots of other people. The person in today's story did as well. Can you imagine what it would be like to work very, very hard for something, and then when you finally get it, it's taken away from you because of somebody else's deliberate lie? Now, if you remember from last Sunday, Joseph was put in a well and then sold to slave traders by his brother. Today's story is about what happens next. Well, Joseph eventually found himself in the household of a very important Egyptian official called Potiphar. Joseph started as the least important of Potiphar's household slaves, but he worked hard and was careful to be honest and accurate in everything he did. This was noticed by Potiphar, and so Joseph was put in charge of some of the smaller things in the household. Then, after a while, it was shown that he did them very well, so more and more things were placed under his care until Joseph was put in charge of the whole household. One day, Potiphar's wife noticed how attractive Joseph was. She tried to get Joseph to do wrong things with her, but Joseph kept on refusing until Potiphar's wife tried to grab him and force him to do what she wanted. Well, Joseph ran out of the house, but Potiphar's wife was able to keep hold of part of his cloak that ripped as he ran away. When Potiphar got home, his wife was still very angry with Joseph because Joseph hadn't done what she wanted. She told her husband that Joseph had grabbed her and tried to do the wrong things to her. When she showed Joseph's cloak as evidence, Potiphar became very angry and had Joseph thrown into prison. Can you imagine how Joseph felt at being accused and thrown into prison when he hadn't done anything wrong at all? How do you think he felt? Happy or sad? Angry or calm? When you read the Bible, you will find bad things sometimes happen to people who do not appear to deserve it. Sometimes I feel like bad things always seem to happen to me, and I don't feel I deserve them. Do you ever feel like that? It's not true really, is it? But we sometimes feel like it is. We often feel that way when bad things are happening to us. But did you notice how Joseph reacted to become a slave in Potiphar's household in the first place? Did he choose to feel sorry for himself and tell himself, everything happens to me? Or did he make the best of the situation and work hard? He made the best of the situation, didn't he? Knowing this, do you think he will do well in prison or just feel sorry for himself? I know what I think. You, however, will have to wait until next week to find out what happens next. So, what lessons can we learn from Joseph's attitude to life? I think the main thing we learn from Joseph is never, ever feel sorry for ourselves. Always do our best, be honest and faithful in everything we do, even when things go wrong. Now, over to Diana for an activity.
Thank you, Jeff. That reminds me of a saying that we had when I was a guide. And when we made our promise, we had to say, I promise that I will do my best to do my duty to God, to serve the Queen, to help other people, and to keep the guide law. And that's very much what Joseph was having to do. He was doing his very best. Now, we've got 3 different things that you can choose from this week. You can do 1, 2, or all 3 of them. So one of them is to do your best at home. So see whether every day this week, or how many of the days, you can do 1, 2, or 3 extra special things at home to be helpful, either at home, or it could be with your friends or neighbours, people you meet, to be really helpful. Because that's what Joseph was trying to do, wasn't he? To be very helpful. And let us know how you get on. Another thing is we've got a worksheet. Now, as well as being helpful, Joseph had to do the right thing. And sometimes it means saying no to doing bad things. Okay, so we have a worksheet today, and it has a maze and a code and a word search and some colouring in. So lots of different things that you can do, and that's about learning to say no and to avoid the bad things. Okay, have fun. And the third thing is a craft that we found that actually links with last week's message, and that was the story of when Joseph was put into the well by his brothers, because they were very cross with him, weren't they? But that was not a right thing to do. Anyway, it's a craft to do with him going in the well. So there's the craft that, which you need to photocopy onto card, and then you can colour it in. I'm sure you can colour better than I did. You've got the whole picture to colour, okay? And then you cut out around the Joseph and around his fancy coat, all right? And you can put little tags on the top where I've coloured it orange, little tags, so that you can loop it over his shoulder, so he can have his fancy coat on, and or you can put it use blue tack, and then when the brothers come along and put him in the well, they took his coat, didn't they? They took his very special coat because they had to show their dad what had happened to him. And so you can take that off and then put him in the well. And you do that by cutting out the bit which is of the front of the well, and you stick just the 3 sides, the side and the bottom, so leave the front bit of the well, and stick that on there, and then it leaves it open so that you can pop Joseph into the well, as you can see on the pictures there. Okay, and if you like, send us pictures of what you've done, and being summer holidays, there's plenty of things there for you to do. So, and the resources are all on the website. Have fun. See you next time.